Hi Aries, welcome into your reading. Okay, so let's see where you guys are at this second week of May for my beautiful Aries. What's the situation for Aries, please? All right, the High Priest. What? Why do you guys get this crazy all the time? First of all, this is a buttload of major arcanas. The Sun, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Swords. There we go. The High Priestess talks about knowing the truth of something on an intuitive level. So you're not speaking about it. You're not talking about it. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. Talks about ultimate happiness. The Ten of Swords, though, talks about endings and betrayals, backstabbing. But at the back of the deck, there's the Ten of Swords, which is a new chapter. I think whatever's being wrapped up for you right now, Aries, is actually finishing and finalizing, and it's making you happy that you have a path, you have a direction. It's like you know now on an intuitive level where you stand, where you are, what you belong to or who you belong to. Like, for example, say at work, you know, you've been betrayed or you've been backstabbed more than once or twice. You're like, now you know where you stand, so you know what moves you can make. Maybe that's making you happy. And maybe you're making silent moves quietly with the High Priestess. And you're starting a new chapter here with the World at the bottom of the deck, going towards your wish fulfillment. I think a lot of you guys are doing some sort of stealth moves right now. I think others of you, in regards to love, maybe there was an ending, maybe there was a betrayal, but you know what? I think that intuitively, you see the writing on the wall for something. So it just makes you happy to know where you're going, what you're doing. We're going to see when we clarify. Because somewhere on an intuitive level, you know that the ending of something is the beginning of a whole new chapter for you in a very, very positive scope, positive light. All right, so let's continue. What is it that's coming towards my Aries? I was very curious to see that one negative card with all those other positives. Regardless, you're starting a new chapter. So this is done, past. Yep, where can you go from the tens? You can only go back down to the aces. What has end has new beginnings, naturally. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a fresh new start in love, or something that you will love to do. It can be a job, it can be a relationship. 9 times out of 10, it's usually a new person or a new situation. Whole new situation, whole new person. Yeah, it can be a fresh new start in love with somebody you might have known for a minute. And then wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups. I think intuitively you guys are happy because you know that the Sun is coming through. It's coming around the block. It's like your ships are coming in. Because you've had so many betrayals, because you've had so many endings, and you're like, I'm done with that. On to the new stuff. And the new stuff's coming in. The bottom of the deck is showing me a lover, though. This is a business partner or somebody that you work with at a coworker that you have to kind of partner up with and don't have a choice. Others of you, this is a lover. But a lover is not a husband or a wife. They're not even a boyfriend or a girlfriend. There's somebody that, you know, you have a profound connection with, and it's physical, it's intimate, it's spiritual, it's all of the above, mental, all of it. But the problem is something in your external environment is not making you a go. It's not like it's a no-brainer. There's an issue. So now you have to decide what you guys are going to become. I do see you going slow and steady. All right, let's continue. What is it that Aries doesn't see coming their way? The Chariot. You're going to stay focused. Regardless of what's going on, and I believe in your external environment, Aries, you have an agenda. You have a path. You have a course. And you're staying on it and you're sticking with it. I suspect a lot of you, this could be work and business and making money. And you're going to stay on that path, and you're not going to let anyone derail you. because it was a long time fucking coming for you to reach this point in your life. Even if this is about relationships, you have an agenda in your mind of the type of relationship you want or who you want to be with, and you're not going to let these things derail you now. So you're staying focused. Others of you, on the literal sense, this talks about buying a new car or going on a road trip. All right, we'll see in a minute, but you are definitely in the realm of strategizing your plans, your future. Let's see what the advice is here for you, Aries. Five of Cups in reverse. I didn't know if you wanted to go upright or not. Ooh, Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. Five of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles talks about family, marriage, commitment, the money coming into your home, and the job that you get a lot of money from, right? And the Five of Cups in reverse discusses counting your blessings, not crying over spilt milk. Look at what you do have and do not focus on what you don't have. What has happened and shit like that. So the advice here is count your blessings. You're in a very good place right now, Aries. Somewhere where you're financially comfortable with a family, with a support system. And it's very, very clear to me. You can't let yourself be derailed by other shit or other extenuating circumstances in your external environment. Count your current blessings. Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck is you're freaking out over something. You're stressing. Not really freaking out. You're stressing. You're overthinking something. And it's starting to give you sleepless nights. And the universe is like, you got to course correct your mind and remap the way your brain thinks. Because what? Count your blessings. You don't need to stress about something that is A, either out of your hands, or B, you can't control what it's going to be, and C, all you could do is, go through the motions, chop wood to get to your next step. Even though you say your final goal is, I don't know, to do this certain action, but as you're going through that course, you might not end up doing that. You might completely do something else, but you would not have known had you not started on that path. I hope I'm making myself clear. All right, so let's see what the outcome for the week is here for you, Aries. Temperance and the Seven of Pentacles. Finding your inner peace and your balance. You're going to pause and you're going to reflect for all those reasons. You're going to pause and you're going to reflect on the time and energy you spent in a relationship, in a company, in a job, in an investment. And then you're going to debate what your next move is, where your next step is, okay? Because you're thinking to yourselves, well, I put this much into it and it has grown, it has prospered, it has shown me some kind of result. But now do I go to the next level in my life, the next step in my life, another relationship that's going to be more for me? Or do I keep investing in this situation? You're trying to find your inner peace, your inner balance, to point you to your true north, your inner compass. So you're practicing some patience with yourself, which is a good thing, but you're going slowly and you're going cautiously forward. Yeah, I still think you're trying to strategize. Some of you could be doing something quietly in the shadows. Maybe you're seeing somebody new and you don't want to talk about it. Maybe, you're doing stuff in the shadows, shit you don't want people to know about. Because I think you're trying to review your options. Because you don't know yourself. Because I'm seeing a whole lot of sevens. Sevens is the pause state. Like things that you do in the shadows because you don't want people to know for whatever your reasons are. Because maybe you're trying to decide what's right for you and you don't want to announce shit yet. Others of you, you're pausing to see what is right for you, which is the Pentacles. The Seven of Swords, it's the strategy. I'm just seeing all these sevens. And your focus here in the middle of the week. Something happens to you in the middle of the week. You're like, wait a minute. So this is over. This is done. I have this fresh new start in love or life in my face. It looks desirable. I need to stay focused with my agenda, which is, to have a happy love life and a job and a career. And I fucking want it all, and why not? And your advice is saying, well, you know, don't overdo it because you have a lot of blessings currently. Don't negate those either. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. There's good stuff too already that you've achieved in your life that you have. And then we have you pausing and reflecting on everything at the end of the week. All right. But I do see you taking considerable consideration as to what your next move will be. What deck do I want to use next? That's tattoo. Oh, this one. Yes. Okay. Ten of Swords, Sun, High Priestess. Something that's ending here for you. I feel like intuitively you know you'll eventually make you happy. I think mostly, Aries, you're looking at your stability right now. Queen of Pentacles. This is the nurturer. She's the mama bear, papa bear, takes care of everybody, but moreover, you know, collects her acorns. I'm saying her because it's a female in the card. But she's sitting pretty. She's sitting there stable. And Temperance, which is a Sagittarius card, by the way. I have Pisces, I have Leo, I have Cancer, and Sag again. All right, anyway. You're practicing patience right now, and you're tempering yourself. You're withholding yourself because you're looking for your stability. All right? Maybe some of you feel like you're stuck or you're trapped, either in a current relationship and you can't make moves, or a current job and you can't make moves, or you don't have a job but you want to expand on your career, but you feel like something's holding you back, like maybe finances or someone or something. Like I said, guys, you're not going to know until you start making small little moves. Like, for example, you guys all know I work in an office Monday through Friday. But, you know, like my boss recently pissed me off. So I put out my resumes. And I got responses immediately. I wasn't expecting that. But you know what? Now I have options. I have choices. It's an example, kind of like what I'm seeing here on the table for some of you. So it's like you're not going to know until you start making those moves to have those options, to have those choices. I think some of you Aries already have done that. I'm not saying what I did. I'm saying you've made some moves in your love life or your work life, and now it's opening doors. It's opening options. And you see this Ace of Cups over here, which is, you know, you filling your own cups, your own desires, coming towards you. So now you're thinking like, oh, shit, I didn't think I could do that. Why not? Of course you can. But you're sitting there thinking like you stuck. No, it's only all in here. Look, and under that is the Nine of Swords. More swords. Swords are mental. You're sitting here thinking like worrying over something. And there's another sword under that. Seven of Swords. 7, 8, 9. Let's mix. And then under that is you. Queen of Wands. All right, I'm going to mix this up a little bit. Let's put these dudes back in that way. Too much mental. Get out of your head and look at your, you know, gratitude. I'm sure you're grateful. I know you are. But sometimes, like, Aries could forget and be like, whoa, yeah. You know what? I'm blessed. You got to say these things and you'll get more. You'll receive more. What is the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups, please? I like the cups. Cups are emotional. Ooh, Ace of Wands. This is either a new job or a new passionate beginning. Someone's giving you love with a little bit of wand action. A little bit of chemistry and fire action. Because wands are physical, okay? It's a lot of passion, it's a lot of heat. However, I want you guys to be careful because at the bottom of the deck is the devil. So here's why I need to make this very important to you. The devil does a couple things to us. They get in our head. When we start overthinking, we start saying negative things to ourselves. And an idle mind is the devil's lair. So the devil's like, well, what's going to happen if I do this? Or what's going to happen if I do that? Is this going to turn into a relationship? Is this not going to turn into a relationship? Or whatever it is. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. We say these things to ourselves. Sometimes we're dealing with toxic people. It's not us, it's them. But we still allow them in our sphere. We still allow them in our space. We don't want to do that. The reason I'm bringing it up as something very, very important is because you have these cards, the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups. You're having a fresh new start in love, right? With something very desirable. But the 9 is self, okay? It's only you. If it was 10, I'd say it's mutual. But here I suspect you don't know if it is mutual. What you see right now is the Ace of Wands, because this is the clarifier. So sometimes when we meet new people or we initiate relationships, it starts like this. But overall, this is the intention, to have a fresh new start in love. You don't want this to be the intention, because if it stays like this, this is when you turn into lovers. This is when it turns into a couple, okay? So here, the reason I'm saying you want to be careful is because you want this Ace of Wands to turn into the Ace of Cups. And right now, that's where it's at, okay? Because this is just clarifying your fresh new start in love. It can easily turn into a lover, or it can turn into a couplehood. But because I see the Devil, it talks about repeating cycles, patterns, dating the same people, none of that. Okay, a lot of the times we do get tested by the universe, because you just had an eclipse and the universe says, you want to fucking do it again? Seriously? And make no mistake, come August, with the next eclipse that's coming through, they're going to check up on you. They're going to check up that shit that you were supposed to eclipse in April is eclipsed and stays eclipsed, whether it was a job or a relationship. So, with that said, and the Devil over here, you have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse under that, and then the 8 of Cups walking away from something and leaving you with choices, options. We'll continue. But you have the ability, listening to this reading, to make sure you're not repeating a pattern, that you're not saying negative things to yourself, that you're not repeating a toxic pattern again, or dating the same toxic type of people. So again, aces are opportunities. It's what we make of them. So they can become molded into the type of situation that you want for yourself, Aries. Now, I just saw the 9 of Pentacles. What the hell is this? I'm putting it back in. If it's meant to be, I'll come back out. 9 of Pentacles talks about being single, but it's not falling on any placement yet. So let's see. What is the Chariot? Please clarify. I suspect the 9 of Pentacles was with that Ace of Wands. And if that's the case, you don't want to just have, sexual relations and be single, or play the field with this new person. Because I think this person's intentions, and we'll probably see in the extended reading, what their true intentions are. So you have the 5 of Cups with the Chariot. And then you have the 5 of Cups in reverse in your advice position. 5 of Cups talks about guilt, regret, what I should have done, what I could have done, what I should have said, what I could have said, the coulda, woulda, shoulda, or having done something really fucked up to someone and feeling guilty about it. If that's not you, then it's them. But you're still staying focused. I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have taken this job, I should have, been with this person, I shouldn't have broke up with them. All of that's getting in your head right now. All right. Sorry, I had an interruption. And then at the Moon at the bottom of the deck, not knowing what the future holds. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. You're not gonna have all the answers. You're not gonna know what's going on behind the scenes. You're not gonna have all the answers, and you're not gonna know how they feel or think. You're just gonna have to do you. Of course, be cautious. Of course, be careful. But there's no point in you being in your head. All right, what is the 5 of Cups in reverse and the 10 of Pentacles? I mean, for me, that's pretty clear. Don't really need clarifiers for that, but let's see what else it's going to say. Seven of Wands, because maybe you're resisting something or you're hesitant to do something. Interesting. Or you're very defensive in regards to someone. I see the Five of Pentacles being left out in the cold, and then I see a King of Wands here. The King of Wands is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Does not have to be, but somebody like you. Your element. Someone who, you know, is charismatic, very attractive, good looking, passionate. If you are feeling left out in the cold by one person, it means nothing. The rejection of that situation is not the reflection of who you are, what you carry as a person, and your worth and your value. It's just, it could be them, and it can also be a blessing in disguise. That's why the universe is sitting here telling you, count your blessings. Look at your family. Look at your support system. They think you're worthy. They think you're valuable. They love you. They think you're the, you know, why the rooster, you know, croaks in the morning when it wakes up. Stick with that. All right. Because I see you kind of moving forward slowly and cautiously regarding something. And that's why you're pausing and reflecting over here, trying to find your inner peace, your center, your balance. What is Temperance? And Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't know if you're breaking up with somebody or you're thinking of breaking up. Two of Cups in reverse. Not seeing eye to eye with somebody, because here you have this chance, what's coming towards you with these aces. This is a good opportunity. You can have your intentions made clear right here, right now. And then when they're made, it is up to you whether you can accept these terms or not. Because if it's some kind of terms that you don't like or that you don't want, you can walk away. If it's something you can live with and something you're fine with, by all means, that's it. But there's guilt and regret and you moving forward. And then pausing and reflecting, and then the Two of Cups in reverse. Not seeing eye to eye here with somebody. Feeling left out in the cold by someone. And what's going to happen here is what I suspect is the Hermit. You're going to go into Hermit mode. Again, I don't know why I keep saying again and again and again, because you have these aces here. You have the opportunity. It's here. It's coming. Anything else coming towards them in this week, in the second week, going into the third? Eight of Wands in reverse. Page of Wands, interesting. And then the Moon. There's a lack of communication here with somebody. All right, and that's also what's making you feel left out in the cold. Either they're not telling you something you want to hear, or they're not telling you what their intentions are, what their plans are. So it's making you uneasy, Aries, so you feel like you can't make plans because they're not giving you direction. Because I keep seeing the Moon. I think you're going to do something like, you know, when I said earlier, you're going to start chopping, you have to start chopping wood to make headway, to be somewhere, land somewhere. You're going to do that. You're going to throw some spaghetti up against the wall and see what happens out of curiosity. Like me, where I put out my resume because I was pissed off. Ah, that's funny. I'm not pissed off anymore though, so it's like I'm glad I let some time go by and so I could think about it. Meanwhile, I have like all these interviews lined up. Kind of funny though, not so funny. Let's have some fun this week and let's talk to the unicorns, our friends here, and see what they want to say to you. Little unicorns, what you gotta say to Aries? Shit is going down with your job. I knew it. Like me. Shit's going down with my job too. Reevaluate. Change your perspective or fucking quit. It's not crazy. That's funny. The unicorn has spoken. Let's go to the love angels. See what's going on here with the love life. What's up with the loves and these aces over here that I see? I feel like there's just a lot of shit going on in your world. I think it's like everywhere. Aries. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, separation at the bottom of the deck, but on the table. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. This is probably these aces. You guys have new love coming in. Maybe some of you are dealing with an ex. Maybe some of you have a past person. Maybe you have 2 people. But there's a true love coming in, and I can't wait to clarify those bad boys in the extended. Healing family issues. I think a lot of you are recognizing like some shit, you know, with your family, and you're healing, you know, that inner part of you. And as you're healing that inner part of you, you're starting to understand what healthy relationships should be like or look like. And that's why you had this Queen of Pentacles here looking for that stability. Now, let's go to the shadow and light. What you got here for Aries, please? Fear, anxiety. What? We talked about this, guys. We don't want fear and anxiety. We don't want the stress. Let's see what's going on here. Anxiety is often caused by fear or worry about something that has not yet happened. It might never happen, or it might not happen in the way that you think it will. And the part of not knowing and fearing the worst can cause an anxious and a very uneasy feeling. It's exactly what we talked about with the devil and the 9 of Swords. On the contrary, after the event has happened, regardless of how it turned out, your anxiety will most likely ease, as it was only tied to that specific event. Like we had the Sun with the 10 of Swords. You know that, here we go. You had an ending, but then you also have the Sun. So it's done. There's no need to keep having the anxiety. All right, so the anxiety is not exactly related to the outcome, but the fact that the outcome is not known to us. And that's why we kept seeing the Moon card. For example, you might feel anxious if you have a crush on someone and you worry that they might not like you back. But as soon as the other confirm or reject that they do like you back or they don't, the anxious feeling often is gone because you got your answer. That doesn't mean you have to feel happy and suddenly, but the anxious feeling might revert into something else. Similarly, if you feel anxious about public speaking or doing performance in front of people, you worry about how it's going to go. But afterwards, there's often relief, even if it didn't go well as planned. This card encourages you to reflect on the things in your life that might feel uncertain now. What are the things that are currently you don't know and how they were going to turn out? Those things that we were talking about, those things that you might be worried over. Once you have acknowledged these things, see if there's anything you could do to control the outcome, but to get clarity on the matter. Is there a way you could find certainty? This might involve asking your crush how they feel about you, bringing up the problems you have with your friend, or making a call and booking that health appointment you've been putting off because you're afraid of what the result might be. As you can see, easing anxiety often means facing your fear, finding your courage, and taking action. So take the leap of faith and fly. All right, Aries, this is what I have for you. I hope this helped. I will see you on the next one.